All right, guys, welcome to Innova Ventures. Today we're going to break down why should we buy a property. In this case, we're going to discuss 1231 Magoffin. It's an 11-unit complex, and people ask me, hey, Jerry, why do I want to buy investment properties? Well, there might be several cases. There might be that you have cash sitting in the bank, not doing anything, and not getting any interest, number one. Number two, you might need a tax write-off. So that's another important thing that we need to look at. Number three is you want to grow your portfolio and have some cash flow. So whenever I buy properties, what I do is I look at four different things. I look, how much is it going to be worth in the future? What kind of cash flow am I going to get? What kind of depreciation can I do? And more importantly, what value does it bring to my portfolio? So today we're going to discuss 1231 Magoffin. This property is a 11-unit. We're selling it for $750,000. So Magoffin, we're selling it for $750K. In this case, so this isn't staged. We're gonna do a real life underwriting so you can see what it's doing. In this case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply it times 20%, meaning 750,000 times 0.2. We need about $150,000 down payment as our down. And we can finance 750,000 minus 150,000. It's going to be $600,000 that we need to finance. So here, what we're going to discuss cash flow. We're going to discuss appreciation, depreciation, and we are also going to discuss our return on investment, or ROI. How much is in it for us, right? So first of all, we start off with our purchase price, $150,000 down, and then $600,000 finance. So our property is currently bringing 11 units at $700 a unit is equal to 700 times 11, which is going to be 7,700 in rental income. So we multiply that times 12. That'll give us a total of $92,400 in rental income on a yearly basis. Usually I budget about anywhere from 5 to 10% vacancy. We are bringing in $92,400 in income, and then the formula that we're going to use for commercial is going to be minus our expenses, gives us our net operating income. In this case, we'll budget 10% to be conservative. 92,400 times 0.1, it's 9240 in vacancies. Our expenses, what we need to do is we're going to get our utilities. We're going to get our owner paid utilities, which is just going to be water because the water is shared. And then we're also going to discuss the property taxes and insurance. So on the insurance, we got a quote of $3,500 a year for insurance. And then what we do is we go to EPCAD. EPCAD.org will give us the taxes for the year. So if we go to EPCAD.org, we're going to type in property search, and then we go to 1231 Magoffin, and we're going to get our property taxes. So from here, we go to 2023, we go to last year, and then we go to taxing jurisdiction, and we can see here that our taxes are going to be $8,081 in property taxes, right? 8,081 in property taxes. In water, we pay about $250 a month. So we gotta make sure that all of our numbers are made yearly. So 250 times 12. Is going to be about $3,000 in water. So we take our income minus our vacancy, minus our insurance, minus our property taxes, minus our utilities, is going to give us 92,400 minus 9240 minus 3,500 minus 8081 minus 3,000. It gives us a total net operating income of 68,579. So meaning if we were to buy this property for $750,000 cash without debt, we would get a return of 68,579 a year, putting us at a cap rate. The cap rate is going to be, you divide your net operating income over your purchase price, 68,579 divided by $750,000. It gives us a 9% cap rate. So that's going to be 9% cap. Meaning, if we were to buy $750,000 in this property, it'll give us a 9% return on our money. And then we're gonna calculate our cash flow by determining what's gonna be our cost of our loan, right? So right now, current rates are about an 8 to 8.5% interest rate. We already deducted all of our costs right here. So if we were to finance $600,000, our mortgage payment, we take out a mortgage calculator. I usually just use the Google one. At $600,000 at a 8.48, our mortgage payment on a monthly basis is gonna be $4605. So now we gotta make sure we turn it into a year. $4605 times 12 is equal to $55,260. $55,260. So now our cash flow on an annual basis is $68,579 minus $55,260 is going to be $13,319. $13,319 in cash flow on an annual basis. So boom, we got our first check mark. This means that $150,000 that we're going to put as a down payment is going to generate us and is going to make us babies of $13,319 conservatively. So on commercial, what we do is we usually have 3 to 5% increases in rentals, as far as whenever the tenant renews, is going to be a 5% increase. So if we're collecting a total of $92,400 in income, we're gonna, year one, you see, usually these projects are more of a 5-year term. So at $92,400 on year one, we gotta determine year 2, year 3, year 4, and so forth. So on year one, we're gonna have $92,400 plus, times 1.05. So next year, we're gonna be able to collect $97,020. Year 3, we're gonna collect $97,020 times 1.05. We're gonna collect $101,871. Year 4, $101,871 times 1.05. Year 4, we're gonna collect $106,964. Year 5, we're gonna collect $112,312. $112,312 to be exact. So if we do our math, we're gonna say 112,312 is our income, and then we're gonna budget 5% for our vacancies. 112,312 times 0.05, which gives us 5,615.6 for vacancies. Our insurance, we're gonna try to keep the same, $3,500 a month. Our taxes, we could fight them and try to keep them the same. And then our utilities should be about the same. So meaning that in this case, we're gonna have 112,312 minus 5615 minus 3,500 minus 8081 minus 3,000. We're gonna have a net operating income of 92,116. Net operating income. You see how this thing changed? So we went from having a 68,000 net operating income to 92 operating income. 68,000 to 92,000. So now if we do our cap rate, even though if we were to sell this property at a cap rate of 9%, all we need to do is we have 92,116. What we do is we divide it by 0.09. It gives us a property value of about $1,023,000. So in year 5, this property is going to be worth $1,023,511 is going to be our new price. There's 2 things you could do here. You could either sell the property or you could do a cash out refinance. So what you do is, if we go to the bank, we could borrow typically about an 80%, and usually, hopefully by then, our interest rates should be a little bit lower. Right now, we're kind of in a awkward situation. So we're gonna be able to borrow against this property $818,808. Original price was $750,000, so we're gonna be able to cash out $68,808, give or take. So we'll get our money back. We're gonna get our original $150,000 back we use as a down payment, and we're still gonna have a surplus of about $68,000 because the debt on the property is gonna be able to, the income on the property is going to be able to cover the debt on the property. So appreciation, we said we're gonna have a total of 1023,515 minus 750,000. That was our purchase price. It's gonna be $273,000 in appreciation. So we got boom, appreciation. On the depreciation, what we can do is they're gonna take our purchase price. We're gonna have $750,000 that we're gonna be able to depreciate. Some of these, you just gotta check with your accountant. Your accountant's gonna tell you, hey, you know what, we could use it as residential, which is gonna be 27 and a half year depreciation, or we could do 39 years if he considers it commercial. In my case, my guy says it's gonna be 27 and a half years. So 750,000 divided by 27.5 years gives us, we're gonna be able to depreciate this asset by $27,272 a year, that we could use this money to offset our taxes. Meaning, like, for example, if you make $100,000 and you gotta pay $100,000, you're probably in the 15 to 20% tax bracket. So if we take a depreciation, we're gonna be able to offset our gains by 27,000, meaning they'll only count 73,000, which we would pay lower tax on, right? And then finally, our return on investment, we gotta add, like, for example, our cash flow on a monthly basis. So what we do is we were cash flowing about $600 or something like that, give or take. So we add up all of our cash flowing months, and then we also at the end, at our exit, depending on our exit, we usually look for a 20 to 27% return on our investment, right? So if you have any questions, we got two options. You could come to our office. We're at 1522 Montana. Number two, if you guys want to learn more of this stuff, I got a mentorship program that we do twice a month. You get homework, you're currently active, you're earning money as you learn. We have financing options. We got, our products are going to be real estate investing. We have a mentorship program. We got the 10X Business Bootcamp by Mr. Grant Cardone that we're able to deliver. And then we also have container homes. So click the number below, hit me up. We'd love to see you here.